What's up, farmers? Once again, we're going through the farms of the week, so let's jump on into it. All right, so we ended up with a profit of $908 over the week. That's in rewards, that is. We did lose a little bit in our total TVL as the market has gone down the last couple weeks, guys. In fact, we're going into this week. I'm hoping for a pump, but we'll see what happens. I do think we could settle down even more into the market as we have some potential to go down a little bit farther before we turn up and put on the gas again, full pedal to the metal in this bull run. But we did have the halving on Friday. That was awesome to see without a hitch. I do think this could be leading us into an Ethereum and altcoin season, as generally Bitcoin dominance goes down after the halving. So anyway, let's move on to farms of the week. Just wanted to give you my thoughts on overall market sentiment since we are down right now. But let's get into this. So I've been farming this extra to Weth Farm and XtraFi for about 3 or 4 weeks now. It did end up at about even, which is nice to see. Not too much price movement there now, but it is only making about 0.4 to 0.3% daily, just because we're down in volume overall. And I'm not leveraging this position. Maybe I'll lever it up before we start heading back up, but I want some confirmation on that. But we did pull down $64 in that position over the week. On $2,500 though, that's pretty low. So I'd like to see that turned up, or maybe I'll roll it into something else in the near future. We also had the Need Clio position. I ended up selling all of my Need Clio in order to kind of secure my positions on. If you're not familiar with my overall strategy, go check out my portfolio video that I've posted about 2 months, maybe even 3 months ago now. But I'm mostly in ETH, guys. Like 90% of my portfolio is in Ethereum, but I'm borrowing against that, borrowing some stables and then yield farming with that. So if you see my overall fluctuate from 20,000 down to 15,000, it's because the market has gone down enough. It dropped under $3,000 for Ethereum, and I needed to shore up some positions there. So took some profits from my farming situation and I put it back into those lending positions to make sure I don't get liquidated. I want to make sure to let you know, guys, I'm very, very conservative with this. For every $1,000 that the market goes up, I'm borrowing 500. So the market would have to essentially drop in half for me to get liquidated, or maybe even more. But from right now, I'm sitting and borrowing about $15,000, $16,000, depending on kind of where the market sits. But I've got that borrowed right now, and I think I did a switch from where Ethereum went from 3,000 down to all the way down to like 2,850, something like that. I decided to sell all of those, extra $500 on each Ethereum and put those back in. So I'm kind of holding on to that now. I've kind of rebalanced a little bit, brought more stables back into the market as we see Ethereum now at about 3,150. But I really would like to see it closer to $4,000 for me to really go full pedal to the metal again. So we're going to stick with this $1,500 or $15,000 rather portfolio for farming at the moment. Now, there are some airdrops coming up next week, and I'll do an airdrop video probably tomorrow about that. Super excited for what's going to happen next week. So look forward to that video. Need Clio, I had to sell. I did have roughly $6,000 worth of Need Clio that I sold at a profit, thankfully. I think I bought in around $4,500, sold it for about $5,500, maybe even $6,000. And took some profit on that and repaid some loans. My biggest position last week was this YFX ETH position on Nile. YFX is going through a little bit of restructuring. If you're familiar with it at all, I think ND is a fantastic yield farmer, and he knows the systems very, very well. But right now, things are a little inflated over there, and I think the price is going to come down. And the bribes that he's doing on 3.3 dexes like Nile, like Ramses, and Aerodrome are high right now, but they could drop, and I'm kind of waiting for that drop. So and the buy price on this YFX token is a 1% in and a 1% out. So there's some tax involved. So even though we get some serious gains on this, guys, the tax involved in the downward movement of the price made me jump out. So huge gains on that, though. $321 alone in YFX Nile, and that was only like 3 days of last week. So I actually would have done better if I had taken it out on Tuesday before the epoch flip. I forgot it was Wednesday and actually ended up losing about $100 in the principal, unfortunately, before getting out of that position. So but anyway, let's move on to the next one. I did roll that into USDT ETH on Nile and made a little bit of money there. Oh, it's not calculating. That's funny. I'm actually going to have a little bit more than I expected. So, okay. Now the calculation ends up on this downside here on this this bottom line here. So still the same amount that I ended up with here. In fact, let's just roll this so I can see how much the totals were. Did pretty well on Pendle USDT, but let's get into that in a minute. Mendy Nile, this one has been a fun one to play. Now, if you look a little bit further down, I am down pretty bad on this one, unfortunately. Got back into it, made $18 in fees before it went out of range yesterday, and then it kind of nuked, unfortunately. We had, let's see... Yeah, Mendy went from looking like it was going to come back up into an up pattern, and it just decided to nuke on me. So it's all green right now, so that's a good sign. I do think we should see that come back up. But, you know, this is a downtrend, guys. It could keep continuing down to like 10 cents. So that would be an awful loss for me. But I'm expecting, you know, to hold on to this. I'm going to hold on to this without getting any impermanent loss on it. And if it goes to zero, that's totally my bad. That'll be frustrating, but right now I'm going to ride it out. So I'm still holding on to this. I do think if it comes back into range now, it's like 15% out of range, so it's pretty rough right now. Could come back into range if Ethereum or Mendy comes back up. It's been kind of doing this up and down situation, so if it comes back into range, I'll be super stoked and start making some fees again. But we're going to leave it in there for now. This mantle to mETH time swap position is only making me like $2 a day, which is kind of frustrating. It was making me almost $50 a day to begin with. And but we got to wait until I don't want to take a loss on it, guys. Mantle's doing pretty decent. It's coming back up, but I think I put this initially in at like $4,000. And now is at $3,400 over the last 3 weeks, making some serious fees on it to start. But because of the market correction, we're in a down position right now. And this position is a time, has a lockup period. Not a lockup period, but I'm going to lose a little bit more even if I take it out early. So I'm going to hold on to this through May, I think, and hope that it starts gaining on me. I think I'm just going to get profit out of this overall. But I wanted to show you this because, you got to take your, I got to be completely transparent in these and show you the wins with the losses, right? So Pendle has been doing pretty well. It's a little bit low right now, down around, 0.5% a day, which, it's hard to shake a stick at that. But my goal is to be around 1% a day, like this Mendy to ETH position was chilling at 1%, doing great. Arrow to USDC on Extra is at about 5.5% as well. I could rotate these around, but I'd like to get back up to about $3,000 before I do that. And by that time that happens, we're going to be sending into, another uptrend. So you just got to be patient through these downturns sometimes, but can't complain about 5.69% on the week last week. That is pretty incredible considering, gosh, guys, I did fantastic last week, and I don't want to, I really don't want to poo-poo that. And so we have other things to look at. Gosh, I skipped a week and came down. So let me get back up to where we were. Pendle USDT was doing great for me. Started at over 1% and has been sort of coming down as volumes come down this week. I do expect Pendle to pop off again, so I'm going to hold on to that. Let's see. Now we have this wrapped Bitcoin to mBTC. That's Merlin BTC on Mode Chain. So if you're not familiar, Merlin is a BTC related L2 of Ethereum. I believe it's a roll up, guys. I'm not sure. You have to do some more research, but this is their Merlin BTC is the bridged BTC from the BTC chain, and they're using it over there in mode now too. So got into swap mode more to farm some points for the mode airdrop, which I do expect to happen in the next really week to week and a half. So I wanted to bolster my points there. Saw a decent opportunity to make not a great percentage. The percentages were a little bit higher in the application, and there was no way to check this. I'm just kind of going on faith and on the fact that we're going to see some major points happen. Now, this $2,800 to $2,500 was because of slippage. And, you know, I'm taking a gamble here, guys, because of the amount of points I'm going to get from this, not only from swap mode, but also mode itself, and then some points within that ecosystem for the airdrop. I'm going to risk that in order to bolster this position and then make some fees in the process. So that's my thesis, guys. I'm going to stick to it. Rolling into this week, we have Extra again. We have Arrow USDC again. Mendy again is way below my threshold right now, and I'm way in permanent loss, getting wrecked a little bit, but I do expect that to come up. Mantle ETH to Mantle again, waiting on that position to mature. Pendle USDT is doing great. You know, about 0.5%, 0.4% could come up pretty quickly, honest guys, though, with some more movements in the market. And then this wrapped BTC to Merlin BTC in swap mode could be making me more 0.3%-ish right now. Would like to see higher, but we're going to hold on to this as we're gaining points for the mode ecosystem and their airdrop coming up. So $900 in profit taken in fees last week, down from $1,000 the week before, but that's pretty good considering I had $20,000 in my portfolio 2 weeks ago and only about $1,600 most of this week. So so not bad for taking a 25% loss on, or 25% off the table, essentially, not a loss, but off the table with that neat Clio position, and still racking up some decent fees there. Now, this may be a slow week. We'll see how this works out. If we start seeing an uptrend again, guys, this could pop really fast, could end up in some serious profit, maybe even get into a place where I can take all of the USDC out of my ETH borrow positions and really start pumping the gas on this, and seeing some uptrends in the price of things could really inflate my my portfolio for yield farming and really send us to the next level. Next week, I'm excited to talk about what's going on with some airdrops, but I'm gonna hold on the brakes for that. I'm gonna save that for another video, guys. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell for more content just like this. Join my yield farming co-op. Me and 5 other admins, some hardened yield farmers, some weathered yield farmers, have made a course, and we're calling it our 49-week to freedom challenge, guys. If you're stuck in a job you don't like and you have a little bit of funds like myself on the side and want to create a passive income source or a semi-passive income source, I probably spend about 1 to 2 hours every day inside of my farms, rearranging my farms, doing a little bit of research. But if you have a yield farming co-op like we do, there's a lot of people doing research, and that really multiplies. And guys, we can get into some positions that are making 1% or more, and really doing a great job getting us some profits here. 5.69% on this week, 4%, 4.5% on, or 4.25% in the 2 weeks before that, and we're averaging over 4% a week. In fact, we got 8% on our first week, guys, that I've been tracking this. So these videos have been great. Hopefully you're liking the content. I'll leave a link in the description for that Yield Farming Co-op. It's a $10 fee to just be part of it and get in the chat, guys. But if you want to do the 49-week challenge, it is $152 a month, and I'm sorry, $10 a month or $152 a month. $152 a month gives you all the video content and gives you access to the group calls that we discuss our farms and really gets you started. So if you're a newbie, guys, and haven't got it started in the yield farming on chain, you'll want to jump into that 49-week challenge. But if you're somebody who's a little bit more seasoned, who just wants a community to work with, $10 a month gets you access to that community, and then you get all of our feedback as far as who's doing what farms, and we give you a snapshot. You get to join the weekly calls as well, and just join us for some feedback. And also we like to learn from you guys. So we end up, you get a referral code for anybody you onboard. We're going to do, in fact, I think next month we're going to do a referral program. So you get $50 for everybody that's for the first month that they join, you get $50, and for every subsequent month you get $25 for their continued subscription if they do the challenge, of course, not just the $10 a month situation. But guys, thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell for more content just like this. I hope that you like the content, and I hope you have a great week. God bless.